For ACUSports.com, I'm Grant Boone, talking some football with head coach Adam Dorrel and running back Tracy James. The Wildcats are 1-0 in the Southland Conference, now 2-1 overall, heading into Saturday night's matchup in Nacogdoches, Texas, against Stephen F. Austin. Tracy, let's start with you going back to Saturday night's game, 38-13, the victory over Houston Baptist. You went for over 100 yards rushing. The team went for 335. Coach Dorrel told us when he got here a couple of years ago that he wanted to be a running team. We are now, aren't we?
Yes, sir, we are, and I love it. Offensive line loves it. All we like to do is just run.
Well, it's not just you. It's Billy McCrary doing great things, Tyrese White. Robert McKnight got in the game and did some nice things, and we're seeing Dwaylen Jones on the outside with some of those jet sweeps. A lot of the players, Billy's new and Tyrese is new, but this offensive line, by and large, is the same group. How much has that line improved from last year?
They have improved a lot. I feel like their IQ is the best thing or most that has improved since last year.
You're now 1-0 in the Southland Conference. Big win over Houston Baptist last week. In terms of momentum, with a couple of wins in a row now, do you feel like this team has some of that?
Yes, we do have a lot of momentum, and that's what we're practicing with every day, and we just want to come out with another win. When
you look at Stephen F. Austin, I know that you're still in the process of game planning, but what do you see on film?
They're very athletic. Offense, defense, special teams, that's one thing that we know, so we know on Saturday we have to really compete.
All right, let's talk to your head coach here. Coach, you said you wanted to run the football when you got here a couple of years ago. You're averaging 37 rushing attempts per game and now well over 200 yards per game. This is what you were talking about, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You know, the first year, number one, we were really focused on the defense and put a lot of our eggs in that basket and had really good turnaround on defense. And then this year it was like, okay, well, now we got to take the next step and we got to better our offense and be able to run the football better. I mean, we were, I think, the worst in the Southland last year and one of the worst nationally. So through player development, recruiting, and, you know, just guys continuing to learn the system, it's really fun right now to watch our guys do that. And I think, you know, if you can continue to do that, play great on defense and be on the plus side of the turnover margin, you're going to have a chance each week.
What strikes me about watching your team run the football, it's not just handing it off to Tracy up the middle. You're using different guys. You're using different formations. You're getting the ball to guys in different ways. I would imagine that makes it difficult for an opponent to game plan you in terms of running the football.
That's the idea. We're trying to make it like that. We're doing a lot of check with me at the line of scrimmage, and there's different things we looked at before the ball snapped, and then we check the run that way based on, you know, what the game plan is, what the scheme is we're running. You know, we try to add extra gaps in there with unbalanced, the fly, the jet stuff. You're trying to get people out leveraged. And we're just trying to be very diverse, you know, in our portfolio with running the football. I think that I'm really proud of is, you know, Tracy he's very unselfish, and the fact that you have a guy that's as good as him, he's okay with sharing carries. I think him and Billy really feed off each other, and then, you know, they get people really tired, and Tyrese comes in and is able to just be he's so different than those two with his elusiveness and a great stiff arm, and it's just a really good recipe right now.
We don't have the Heisman in FCS, but he gave a couple of guys the Heisman the other night. Tyrese did, didn't he?
Yes, he did. And again, it goes back. You're proud of our guys. We've changed some things up this year. We tried to do a different ball security drill where we talk about always having the ball in the proper hands so we can weaponize that offhand. And, you know, just again to see guys really buying into that. Not just the running backs, our receivers are doing it, the tight ends are doing it. And so as coaches, when you see guys, what we call drill work carryover coming into fruition on game day, it's really cool.
You will see better offenses than what you've seen the last 2 weeks. Nothing against the two recent opponents. But, Coach, by my count, your defense has given up – your first-team defense has given up 16 points in the last basically 7 quarters of football. They're getting it done, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And, you know, we're very proud of them. I think it starts with preparation. I think they've been really locked in. I think we have a great scheme. Coach Jackson does a great job. We do all our defensive coaches. We coach fundamentals really well. We try to be very smart about what we're doing, not give up big plays, not get out leveraged, tackle, you know, and I feel like our guys are really doing that.
Last thing, Stephen F. Austin, it's been a bit of a disjointed start for them. Start with an interim head coach named in August. Things are a little tumultuous on that off the field. But then they had a game canceled against Charleston. So they haven't even played a home game yet. It's difficult for me to quite know what to expect from them. How about what you see?
Yeah, I think that's a very fair assumption. You know, we don't have a lot of film to go off of. The thing that I know is just knowing some of the coaches that work there, and then looking at the caliber of a student athlete they're going to put on the field. They have tremendous athletes, some of the best in the Southland Conference. And I think, for me, I think that really grabbed our attention again this year as coaches and players. And I mean, we've got a huge, huge task in front of us. It's supposed to be bad weather, probably going to be raining. And so we've got to go over there and be fundamentally sound, not turn the ball over, and just give our best effort and play with a lot of passion and energy. And we've done that all year, and I'm proud of our guys for that. And I think if we can do that, I think we'll have a chance.
2 wins in a row for the ACU football team, and 1-0 in the Southland Conference going into Saturday night's game in Nacogdoches against Stephen F. Austin. For Tracy James and Coach Adam Dorrel, I'm Grant Boone.